I'd like to call to order the June 16th Batavia Park Board meeting. Shelley, please call the roll.
Riley absent. Boyles.
Here.
Tillman.
Here.
Gray. Here. Callahan.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, any items to be added or changed on the agenda or removed?
Yes, I'd like to remove item 14A, which is new
Administrative.
business administrative policy discussion.
Okay.
And I'd like to swap 12A, which is rollout of the Park District's new pet memorial program, with 12B, which is recognition of Quarry lifeguards.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as modified?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Foyle, second by Tillman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we have an agenda. So I would entertain a motion to establish the consent agenda as follows. Approval of the minutes for the regular board meeting of May 19th. Approval of the paid expenditures, unpaid expenditures, treasurer's report. Approval of purchases. Ratification of the lease agreement. Approval of prevailing wage ordinance number 348, and approval of ordinance number 349 for declaring surplus property.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. Any further discussion? Shelley, please call the roll.
Tillman.
Aye.
Gray.
Aye.
Riley absent. Boyles.
Aye.
Callahan.
Aye, motion carries. So I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as established.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is guests, matters from the public. Anyone wishing to address the board here this evening? Mr. Lowe, welcome.
Well, thank you for making me feel very welcome. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Oh, sorry. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on.
Well, let me just, for a second, let me give our viewing public an introduction, since you're now sitting at the table. So Chris is our school board liaison, and we are very happy to have him at our board meetings now. So he's going to be giving us an update. So thanks, Chris, for coming.
Anyways, so I was going to give you guys an update on what we've been doing the past week that may be of interest, or the past month, which may be of interest to you guys. We had a joint meeting with the city council where they were talking about potentially increasing their land cash fees for development. Obviously, if they were to increase those fees, that would benefit both the school district and the park district. Our stance as a board is we are very grateful to our mayor for pushing for such fees, but we understand that such fees have an impact on development, and it's a very tough decision for them to make. So we respect anything that they do, but we appreciate their concerns.
That's
So
terrific.
That is all.
Great. Thanks for the update. Yeah, that does help us all. Appreciate that. Okay, next item on the agenda is number 7, matters from the commissioners. Anyone wishing to address the board or the public tonight from the board? Okay. Moving on. Next item on the agenda is correspondence. I want to acknowledge one piece of correspondence, letters from the students of Miss Jennifer's 3rd grade class at Ellis Gustafson. So we're happy to have those and put those on file.
And just a quick note, Director of Parks and Properties Eric Locker did respond to each of those letters.
Outstanding.
My pleasure.
Well done.
Yeah, they were cool. They were awesome. Very well done.
All right, next item on the agenda is announcements.
Thank you. Okay, the River Rhapsody concert series kicks off tomorrow night at the beautiful Riverwalk in the heart of downtown Batavia. Billy Croft and the 5 Alarm will take stage at 7 p.m. with music from the best of current country rock legends like the Eagles and Kenny Chesney to the classics of George Strait and Elvis Presley. The free concerts are held on Wednesdays from 7 to 8:30 throughout the summer and will feature a diverse range of tunes. So bring a date, the family, or some friends and make an evening of it. Batavia's annual Windmill City Festival will be blowing into town Thursday, July 9th through Sunday, July 12th. Bring your family and friends to the Riverwalk to enjoy delicious food, an exciting carnival, a value-packed craft show, challenging contests, and more. Best of all, admission is free. To view the full schedule, visit windmillcityfest.org. Runners, take your mark. The Windmill Whirl 5K run is just around the corner. Don't miss out on your chance to tackle the beautiful Fox River Trail on Friday, July 10th at 7 p.m. Register online at signmeup.com. The cost is $25 on or before July 8th and $30 on race day. Children 8 and under do receive a $10 discount. The Batavia Depot Museum will present the 8th Annual Quilt and Textile Show Friday, July 17th through Sunday, July 19th in Shannon Hall at the Eastside Community Center. The show runs from 1 to 6 on Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Details on the show can be found at bataviaquiltshow.com. For information on any of these, please visit our website, bataviaparks.org, or call 879-5235.
Thanks, Gary. Okay, next item on the agenda is staff reports, so we'll start with any updates staff may have.
Yes, I have 2 updates for you. Thank you. The first one is, actually, both of them are at your desk. The first one is from Jim. As requested on Saturday's meeting, he has put in a bubble map, as he's been calling it, of the 4 phases that are currently in the master plan for West Main Community Park. The first phase is the expanded parking with the 3 new fields. The second phase is somewhat in the middle, so you can kind of see the bubbles, is more parking, some soccer fields, and a multi-purpose field. Phase 3 is on the other side of the proposed Bliss Road once it gets moved by KDOT, which includes a multi-purpose and also some more parking and the crossover at Bliss Road. And phase 4, which is very tiny in the middle, I forgot, is the little picnic area
The
and
pavilion,
shelter.
the pavilion shelter.
Pavilion, yes.
Okay, that's great. That's very helpful.
And for my update, what I have in front of you is President Callahan made a wonderful quick chart. I've done the last 10 years
even
of
better.
that, just so everyone can see it. The maximum line is the 1.3 million we had spoke about on Saturday. And here it's a trending from the fiscal year ending 4/30/2009 until the end of 17, which is when our current debt service will fall off.
That's great. That's really helpful.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I preferred the magic marker one myself, just to kind of throw it out there. It's a little bit more creative.
You know, if you have a flip chart, I'm always game.
Yeah. You did great. Thank you. You did okay too, Rita.
Any other staff updates or reports?
Yeah, I have a couple. First off, in my report, I had mentioned, thanks, Dean, that our superintendent parks, Kim Hansen, and her crew put together an outstanding planting this year of annuals down at the Quarry, utilizing some recycled products like pallets and a tree log to plant in. Some of the ideas I think are Pinterest worthy if they're not already there, and they turned out great. And we also got our flower pots done. We had them down in the South Plaza on the Riverwalk and at our main entrances of our facilities, and they're done outstanding quality of plants. We also did those with a partnership that we started with May Johnstone School in St. Charles, and we have a work-study program. And we had a couple students at the last semester of their high school year, and they participated in helping grow the flowers, excuse me, and then install them in the pots. So it was kind of rewarding for them, and it was a great program for us to start. So that worked out great.
Terrific.
That's all I got.
Do you pin, Eric? Are you a pin?
He's all
No,
over it.
but my wife does.
Okay, all right.
And he's
And
still,
that's my daughter, and I am guilty of looking. Sections on motorcycles and hot rods too, as well. So
All interests are.
He's still learning the social,
I don't want any comments from all these young people over there.
he's still learning the social media jargon.
Yeah, thanks.
He's a twit on Twitter.
Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you. You're up there, Dino.
I don't know how to follow that one up.
You can.
Well,
I know.
I can. I would like to give a shout out to the maintenance team. They were there today. We acquired a little extra water at the quarry today, which brought on a little bit of extra mess. And the maintenance team was down there right away, taking pictures first to tell us, wow, look out, and then to fix the problem. So that's several times that I've had to call them to increase my learning curve on how things work down there. So thank you to Eric and his team. It was, hopefully by 2-3 years from now, I won't have to call you for half the stuff. But until that happens, I have your number. The other thing is we started most of our summer camps, our sports camps, and I'll give more numbers as we go through, but just 2 of the camps that are now completed. For the summer tennis, we have an increase of 40% last year to this year in participation. And in the girls' basketball, which still has 1st and 2nd grade and 3rd and 4th grade to start on June 29th, we already have a 56% increase in the number of participants from last year to this year. So those 2 programs right there are just examples of the work that we're doing with the high school and with the school district to keep our programs and keep things moving up towards the high school level. I will have a more comprehensive sheet for you guys as we get through. These are the first 2 camps that are complete, so I was able to throw those out there. So I will have those out there towards the end of what I call summer, which is the end of the Quarry season, and then you guys can see it and go from there. And that would be the conclusion of my report.
Thank you very much.
Good luck following that up there. 56%.
Approximately.
In a great staff picnic hosted by our activities committee last
Should have
week.
said 57%.
There's a good amount of staff that were able to break away for a couple hours in the afternoon, get together, enjoy some sandwiches, and our Hawks Bluff Park out on the west side of town. It's awesome for those of you who haven't made your way out there yet. And then I just wanted to invite our community members, businesses, friends to join us for Windmill City Fest. We are always looking for help. The shifts are 4 hours max, so we'll make sure to get you through and have plenty of time to enjoy your night too.
And we'll give you a free t-shirt for volunteering.
Yes. So you can email Jen, B as in boy, at bataviaparks.org. If you'd like to come out.
Great, thank you.
Some of the staff has already hit on mine, and we're going to go over the Walk and Wag event during presentations. But I do want to mention that we did conclude our 7th annual Super Savvy Senior Expo. Had about 250 people, which is pretty average. We met today to go over the evaluations, which were very positive. And we're going to look at try some different promotional avenues to try to reach out to even more seniors throughout the Tri-Cities to try to increase that attendance next year. But overall, we had a ton of positive feedback, and it seems to be a really good mix of vendors, and it really seems to be a good quality event for the seniors. So it's exciting to hear the positive feedback. So, and rec staff rocked that day, and everybody was there to kind of help out. Allison and Dean were able to stop by. It was Dean's first senior expo, so it was nice to have that support from. It was truly a team effort. So Kim's crew was fantastic. We get compliments every year. The guys come early and actually help the exhibitors unload and show them to their tables. Every year we hear how amazing that is of a feature. So it's a pretty cool event.
Customer service.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Proud
Yeah.
to serve you in a professional municipal capacity.
Great, thank you. Board, any comments on staff reports? No?
Does Carla have anything?
Carol, do you have anything to add?
Oh, well, since I'm not normally here, but we did help the Arts Council, the Batavia Arts Council this weekend on Sunday with their cemetery walk that they did at the West Side Cemetery. Turned out very nicely and was well attended. The weather cooperated, so we were really happy to do that. And then we all went down to support the fireworks fun ice cream social that they had on the Riverwalk. So it was a great day and really well attended by the community.
That's great. Actually, to you, based on our discussion on Saturday, I met with a board member at West Aurora High School, and they are working with the Dunham Foundation and the Greater Fox Valley Community Foundation.
WPA.
And they are actually starting fundraising for WPA era restoration and rescue, I think is what they're calling it. So there's a fundraising effort ongoing, and they want to broaden the awareness, and it is for the entire Fox Valley, not just Aurora West. So they have some murals down in Aurora, but when I mentioned the footbridge on Clark Island, they thought that that would certainly be a good category. So it'd be great to have a partnership to see if we can share some resources, to see if we can
Yes, that
find a way
would
to.
be.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, because I did go online and I was looking at various, preservation grants for WPA projects and things like that, but they're hard to come by.
they sure are, yeah, right. But if we do it perhaps as a larger group, broader
Right.
base, it may, so there's a whole group of folks in Aurora that are focusing specifically on the murals at this point,
Right.
but it's with the Aurora Historical Society, so I
Oh, I
think.
know John real well.
So anyway, something to,
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you, Pat.
you're welcome.
Good timing.
Yeah, very good timing. Okay, next item on the agenda is Executive Director's Report.
All right, well, I am going to shorten my report because I know we have very exciting presentations to get to shortly. But I would like to thank the Park Board for your time and efforts and energy on Saturday with the visioning meeting. That was an extremely important special board meeting where we really were able to kind of cast the vision for the future of what the Batavia Park District is going to look like. And I'm looking forward to having several more discussions between the board and staff, and certainly engaging the public. We're going to start a great community campaign, and all ages. So I'm looking at all of you in the audience because I do see a nice variety there. And this is just the beginning of something very special, and I'm really excited. So thank you very much for all your time.
Our pleasure.
Also, to let you know that our annual report, the 2014 stub year annual report, will be in your mailboxes within the next 2 weeks. So people tend to think that we've always been on a calendar fiscal year, but we haven't. We used to be a May 1st through April 30th fiscal year, so that's why you're receiving the annual report so late in this year. So we're finally on a calendar year, thanks to our ever so gracious Director of Finance, who worked tirelessly to get us on a calendar year. So just want to let everybody know that there's a highlight reel of accomplishments and the benefits to the community within the report. So stay tuned. Also, this year's Windmill City Festival has been a partnership of sorts with many businesses in the community. Photos Tonsorial, that's a really hard word to say, Tonsorial Parlor, barbershop. He's a big sponsor of ours, Bannon Nutrition, a lot of community involvement to make this festival happen in order to keep the festival free to the public. We have a lot of great civic organizations that are participating, the Rotary, Chamber, Parks Foundation. They will all be serving beer in the beer tent in order to earn 10% profits for their organizations. So thank you to those organizations that are volunteering their time and energy and time away from home to be able to do that at Windmill City Festival. And in the next week or so, the Park District is going to release something very special about an autograph signing, the celebrity athlete to be named at a later time. But you have to go to our River Rhapsody concert series to learn more about who that is and the hours in which they will be there. So a little tickler for those of you. So that's a conclusion of my report.
Excellent, thank you. Board, any comments or questions on Allison's report?
Who's the guy?
Right.
There you go.
I just was, okay.
All right. So next item on the agenda is our flipped agenda is 12B. So I would like to start this off. So about 4 or 5 years ago, we engaged the community to talk about what we should do about the queue or the quarry. And overwhelmingly, the quarry, both for what I'll call longtime Batavians as well as those who have been here for not quite their whole lives, but some significant amount of time, all concluded that they wanted that amenity in town. They really didn't care how we were able to make that happen, but they wanted the Park District to be a good steward of that facility, and so we opted to make a significant investment to keep it in town, just the way it is, try to restore it. And year to year, there's a very strong tradition of guards, managers, taking care of not only the facility, but also the patrons who come. And we certainly have great facilities managers who do a good job keeping everybody marching and working in the same direction. And that tradition spans, in some cases, generations. And we have probably 2 in the audience that I can think of tonight. But I do think it's very important when things happen at the quarry, and we'd like to say that they never do, and we hope that they never do, but when they do, we want to ensure that not only is our staff ready, but they actually react the way we hope they do. We also recognize that youthfulness does not always equate to experience, but I think usefulness does equate, in this case, to heroism. And heroism is reacting to something that you have no idea what the outcome is going to be, and it's very, very important for our community to recognize that those individuals who do react come perhaps young in stature, but large in heart. And so we're very, very proud this evening to recognize 4 guards and discuss, and the managers of the quarry facility for a save that occurred last week to a young boy. And I think it's very, very important for the board to understand that while we have no hand in this and certainly can take no perhaps benefit from our chair, but we are very, very happy that we have the people and staff in place that do such a great job in training. I want to say one thing to the managers. When at the start of every summer you have a situation where you have employees who come in and guards, perhaps new, some returning guards, but to create a synergy and a camaraderie amongst the guards that no matter what, each guard knows that someone else is there to assist them. And I think one of the big things that I say to the managers here tonight is you guys have done a terrific job maintaining that camaraderie amongst the guards, and keep it up. You're doing a terrific job.
You're here. Good job, guys.
And then to the guards, thank you for being there. I am certain that everyone involved in this situation would say the same to you if they were here tonight to do so, but we wanted you to be here tonight to let you know that it's very important for us to make sure that we let you know when you do very good things, and that we're always looking for continuous improvement, but we want to make sure that you recognize that we very much appreciate all your efforts that day. So Amber, if you'd like to say a few words, please do.
All right, well, thank you for letting my staff come down here today. This is wonderful. For quite some time, since there's been pools and beaches, lifeguarding has always been the ideal summer job for a lot of people. What a lot of people, when they go to apply, don't realize is how much work it actually is. Some people want to apply for this type of position because it's a great summer job, they get to be outside, they get to work on their tan. That is what a lot of people think. That's what our lifeguards are here for. But down at the quarry, since we are a beach, our guards do go through an extensive amount of training just because of the setup that we have down at the quarry. And thank you to my managers that work with them too on a daily basis. We go through all different types of in-services every single day down there. When the guards come in, we're doing in-services. The managers host a few in-services every week where it's either before the quarry opens or after we close for additional training. Sometimes we do some one-on-one for staff, that might have questions or just want to practice a little bit more. And a lot of our trainings consist of deep water rescues, spinals, first aid, CPR, even shallow rescues, all different sorts of rescues that our young staff here are responsible for, because a lot of our staff are our high school and our college-age kids. And to go through that much training and be responsible for the number of people that we have down, especially on the day that this incident happened, is a lot of pressure on them. It's a lot of work, but I think they have done a great job. This is my 5th summer managing the quarry, and I can't say enough thanks to the staff that I have been privileged to oversee down there. They've done a great job. They're already always on top of their game. They know their rescues. We've seen that in our Star Guard audits, which have turned out well. We just had Star Guard this past Saturday as well, too, and that went awesome. The staff nailed their rescues. We actually got a 5-star on that, which is Star Guard's highest rating. Very few facilities have even received that this summer, so our staff did an amazing job, and it's thanks to Steven Zerfus is here today. He is one of our Star Guard instructors. He has done an amazing job the past 2 summers with the training, retraining the new staff, and training the new staff, retraining the returning staff. He's done a great job, and thanks to his efforts, the guards are well trained. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming today. And with the incident that happened last Wednesday, the guards responded in a professional, calm manner and did a great job. And we had several people down at the Quarry, patrons that were watching the situation, say how an amazing job that the staff did. Jen had showed me several things on Facebook, so had Dean and Allison, about what our community has been saying about the rescue from last week, how the guards did an amazing job, and this is why they continue to come to the Quarry, because they feel safe. Their children feel safe, and they think that the staff are very polite and do a great job down there. So I just wanted to say thank you for letting us come tonight, and
Excellent. And we have a little
Allison?
presentation that we'd like to do for each of you. So President Callahan will call your name, and feel free to come up to the podium.
So let's start with our managers. Brandon? Sean? Skylar? Stephen, before she sits down. All right, then our guards, Riley. And why don't you four...
Allison, could you read what that says?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
So every day that our guards go to work, our managers, they are really putting their effort into everything that they do. And when they see... I have more. And we, the Batavia Park District, are incredibly proud of each and every one of you. And to show our appreciation, we have Everyday Heroes medals for you. You're a hero, and we thought, instead of just making you a hero for that one day that the event happened, you're heroes every day that you show up to work and you do your job and you do it very well and you come to the aid of anyone. We know that there are a lot of saves and a lot of rescues, and we just really appreciate that, and may this go into a scrapbook someday, or maybe you pass it on to your little boy or little girl someday and tell them the wonderful story of how it came to be.
Great. Johnny.
And for the record, John Robinson was here 2 years ago for a big rescue as well.
Aaron? And Sean.
Are you sure you don't want to do this?
No, you can do it.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, so actually, why don't you stay there, because we're going to take a little pause here. So we thank you for coming to the meeting, but certainly have no expectation that you'll stay. But we do have some cookie refreshments here, so I'd like to take just a little recess, and you guys can have some cookie and then be on your way. So thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
That was exciting and
It was fun.
well-deserved. So, all right, so the next item on the agenda is 12A, which is the rollout of the Park District's new pet memorial program.
Okay. Last year, Allison asked me to come tonight to talk about phase 2 of our memorial program. Last year I was here and we were rolling out our bench and tree memorial program, which has been very successful and working very well for us. And has finally given us a formal way to offer memorials for families. So after we finished that portion of the memorial program, we knew that we wanted to add a phase 2, and phase 2 was a pet memorial program. And we knew that it's becoming a very popular thing to memorialize your pets, and even the local funeral home is offering a pet cremation now, which is something new in the area. So we decided to put together the memorial program, and I put before you tonight the new application for the pet memorial program. And it does include memorial bricks, it includes memorial benches, and it also will include agility equipment, which we hope to add to our Bark Park. The very nice looking bulldog that's on the front of the application is out at our Bark Park now, and thanks to Eric and his efforts, we had received the bulldog and had it painted by a local artist, and it is just beautiful. It turned out wonderful, and people were very excited to see the bulldog at our event that we held. On Saturday, May 9th, we held a walk and wag event out at the Bark Park. And Carrie, do you want to talk a little bit about that program, because that was part of the rollout of the program?
Yeah, so I know Gary Foyles was there. Thank you. We greatly appreciated that. It was rainy. We had 100% chance of rain all morning, but luckily it held off for an hour and a half for us to get the event in. So Mother Nature was on our side. Thank you, Eric. So it was a really fun event, especially for those of us with pets. But I mean, walking downtown Batavia, you see pets everywhere you go. So I think just being a pet-friendly community, something like this is really going to succeed, I think. So we just put together, just to kind of show you from the actual event, Anderson Animal Shelter was on site. We worked with them numerous times at our different events. So they've been great to work with. DePaul University has been a loyal sponsor at least the 7.5 years that I've been here. They really enjoy coming to our events, and they're a great addition to the event. Just a fun staff picture. We had a nice, selection of dogs, kind of all sizes and types. Wiggle Waggle's Bakery was there with their truck. So this is kind of just an overall shot of right before. As you can see, the statue had a cover on it still. And this was the official unveiling. Drum roll, please. Ta-da!
You look so excited.
Oh, that's a great picture.
And of course, we had a bulldog there, so her name was Sophie, so we tried getting some pictures with him. This is a family who contacted us probably a month or so before the event and had seen information in our brochure and wanted to purchase a brick. And because it was her sister's birthday coming up in a couple weeks later, and her sister had just lost her dog, and her dog was her life. At the time, I had told her we're actually rolling out the program at the event, so we weren't quite ready to accept applications yet. So took it back to the committee, and we thought it would maybe be nice to have an actual brick ready to go to be on that day. So they kind of got to be the test brick, and she was able to give it to her sister for her birthday, and then brought it back. So the guys actually installed the brick.
Awesome.
So the very first brick is on site.
Cool.
That's terrific.
And they absolutely loved it. So they could not say enough nice things about how it looked and about the event, and so it was really nice to have them there. And then, like I said, we just had a nice little variety of pups. So, and then after the event, we did go on a little walk. I should say I rode with Kim. I can't say I walked. So I was trying to snap pictures from the very front, but. And then our bulldog.
They did a terrific job on the bulldog.
Yeah, doesn't it look great?
What's
And
his
then
name?
if you'll notice, its little tag is our logo.
It is.
Does he have a name, Carrie?
He does not have a name. We've
naming
kind of tossed
contest.
around.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
nice
we've,
little contest.
we've kind of tossed around the idea of maybe he needs a name, or she.
Or she?
So, but the bulldog definitely needs a name. So,
You can't blame that one. You can't blame that one on me, though.
yeah. Yep.
We believe that our new Pet Memorial program is one of the first in the area, so we're excited to roll it out to the public. I think it's going to be a popular program. We've had several phone calls. I've had another brick already ordered, and they're granite bricks, so the granite will last much, much longer. And so we're very happy to work with the St. Charles Monument Company, and they've done all of our plaques and all of our bricks for the Riverwalk before. And they were the ones that suggested the granite bricks, and I think that they'll be really great. We ordered our bricks. They'll maintain the bricks there, and as they're printed and sold, they'll tally them and let us know.
Great. So the plan is to just kind of keep growing that path, or that box, basically, around the bulldog?
Exactly. Right now, what we use is a standard, a brick that matched the dimensions of the memorial bricks that you can purchase.
Right.
Which are a standard paver. So we just put that around, and then what we would do is replace those existing bricks with a memorial brick, and then just grow it.
That's great.
We would put a new collar around, and then, so it's quicker for us, and then it keeps it clean.
No, well, I kind of like it, because again, it's going to grow over time. I mean, it's kind of a neat.
It is great.
Yeah.
Just a quick mention about the artist is local. She participated in the Bulldogs Unleashed program. That was very, very successful, and we have one of the bulldogs in front of our facility here, as many are around town. Her name is Deborah Ewert. She did a great job. And Boyce Body Works, who Bulldogs Unleashed and the Batavia Parks Foundation work with, donated the time and material for putting the sealant on it for us. And they were very proud to do so. They own one of the Bulldogs Unleashed bulldogs. They have a shop boxer dog.
Yep.
And when this one was brought in, the dog would not stop barking at it. So apparently the realism is spot on. So, but they are great people to work with, and the artist she totally got that we wanted a traditional bulldog and not like a rendition of what memorialization would be as a tradition. So there's rich heritage there in Batavia for the bulldog, and I think that's why the committee decided to go with this.
Looks great.
And I
did forget to mention, our Parks Foundation provided the funds to purchase the bulldog.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so it was a coordinated effort, and they were there that day to participate in the unveiling.
That's awesome. That's great.
And I also want to mention too that just like with our regular memorial program, we did also team up with Barco Products again. They're a local Batavia company here. For the benches, if somebody wants to purchase a bench to go out at the Bark Park, it'll be the same bench as our memorial program. But Barco worked with their vendor to have a custom bone-shaped plaque designed. So
Nice.
So for those of you.
Cool. It is really awesome.
Yeah, those of you that are at home watching this and listening to this for the first time, we are kicking off a lot more pet programming, and feel free to purchase a living tribute to your pet at the Bark Park. And when we say pet, it doesn't necessarily have to be a dog. It could be a cat. It could be a canary. It could be hamster. Sure. We could name animals all day long. Yeah. So we do not discriminate against pets.
Or any living.
Or anybody.
That's great. Any other update? Well, I think it's terrific, and shows great leadership on advancing forward new ideas in the Park District, and so kudos to all the staff.
And I actually
for
was
doing so.
contacted by another park district whose foundation was interested in doing something similar. So
Outstanding.
we're becoming a model.
Setting the bar.
That's right.
Nicely done.
That's right.
That's great.
It was fun to do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, for attending the event.
Yeah,
It's my pleasure.
awesome. Thank you. So, next item on the agenda is old business. And that's policy discussion. This is our second reading of the succession plan.
Yes.
It's very brief.
Yeah, it's very succinct, just
Very
like you
succinct.
requested.
Yeah.
Less procedure, just policy.
So I would entertain a motion to approve the, is this the administrative manual? Yeah, the administrative manual succession plan, section 3.2, as presented.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Tillman, second by Foils. Any further discussion? Shelley, please call the roll.
Tillman.
Aye.
Foils.
Aye.
Riley absent. Gray.
Aye.
Callahan.
Aye, motion carries. Next on the agenda is Fox Valley Special Rec. I did get, or did I get, was it your update? Their fundraiser? Do we have a number yet?
That was in the last packet.
I know, but what was the actual number? I don't think we said it at last board meeting. Do you remember? Does anybody remember? 15,000 or something like that? Was it that?
Approximately.
Yeah, I think it was about 15,000. To be honest with you, I think that's probably one of the nicer fundraisers that they do. It's clean, efficient. They make some great money at it. The food's fantastic, and I just wish they could do, because when I talk to neighbors, other than me being attached to the park district, I talk to neighbors that nobody knows anything about it, and I think a broader awareness. So the reason I'm bringing it up tonight is I think that maybe as part of either our mailers or our postings or somehow, the interchangeable section of our website, that we can help promote that fundraising event
Great
to our
idea.
community. I guess I'd like to try to do more to help them raise it, because those funds are really important to those kids. So anyway,
Excellent. Duly noted.
thank you. Any other updates from Fox Valley?
We're just working on the performance review for their executive director, Carolyn Eagle.
Okay. So then I would entertain a motion to go into executive session for the purposes of discussing the semi-annual review of executive session minutes under 2C21 of the Illinois Open Meetings Act.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. Shelley, please call the roll.
Tillman.
Aye.
Gray.
Aye.
Riley absent. Foils.
Aye.
Callahan.
Aye, motion carries. So the purposes of this is to review the executive session meeting minutes.
Is he off?
No, not yet.
He's on.
No, I'm just going to tell the public what we're going to do, because we're going to come and take action afterwards. So we're going into executive session to review executive session meeting minutes, and then when we come back, we will have one board action to authorize a resolution on those that retain or those that we will release. So right now, we'll go into executive session. So how long do you think?